Jimin cardboard spotted at the Toronto Korean Festival 2023 in Mel Lastman Square, which took place from August 25 to August 27. Jimin's fans always support him. Like Crazy by Jimin has now become 2023's third most streamed Korean song by K-pop act on Spotify, surpassing OMG by New Jeans. Filter has earned 395 million streams on Spotify. It is now the fastest non-promoted Korean B-side to ever reach this mark. Jimin's Face on this week's Billboard charts, week ending September 2, number 12, World Albums, number 75, Top Current Album Sales, Face remains the longest charting album by a K-soloist on Billboard World Albums. Face by Jimin is now extended his own record. It has now spent 22 weeks on the chart, the longest ever for an album by a Korean or K-pop solo artist. Like Crazy is now the most streamed Korean song released in 2023 on Spotify. It achieved this feat in just 157 days since its release. Jimin has surpassed 3 billion streams on Spotify with all credits combined, including Jimin Friend's song, Like Crazy, Korean version, has surpassed 477 million streams on Spotify. It breaks the record as the fastest solo song by a K-pop soloist to reach 477 m in just 158 days. Serendipity, full-length edition, is now the biggest gainer on Spotify Top Song South Korea. Jimin becomes the first and only K-pop soloist in history to hit 1.6 billion streams on Spotify in a single year. He achieved this feat in only 241 days. Jimin becomes the fastest K-pop soloist in history to hit 1.8 billion streams on his official Spotify profile. He is now the fastest Korean soloist in history to reach this milestone, in only 493 days. Jimin's Like Crazy has now surpassed BTS's Dynamite and become the most streamed song by a Korean act on Spotify Bolivia's daily chart. Like Crazy by Jimin has surpassed 480 million streams on Spotify and remains the most listened Korean song of the year. It is now the fastest solo by a Korean or K-pop act to ever reach this mark. It also remains as the most streamed K-solo of 2023. And latest news. Jimin's Like Crazy has now charted on Spotify Global Top 50 for 150 days, breaking its tie with BTS Butter, 149 days, to become the fourth longest charting song by a Korean act. Jimin attended the Lady Dior Celebration exhibition in Seoul, and he looked great in the Dior outfit. Jimin was greeted by a huge crowd when he arrived at the Dior Ladies Celebration exhibition in Seoul. Several fashion media outlets, organizations, and attendees shared videos of Jimin at Dior's Lady Dior Celebration on Instagram. And multimedia also shared about Jimin attending Dior's Lady Dior Celebration exhibition took over Naver's most liked articles in the entertainment section, occupying 25 to 30 spots on the chart as of 3 p.m. Korea Standard Time. Also, Jimin was trending with 1 million mentions today due his presence over the past 24 hours. Jimin always the main event. After coming back from the Dior event, Jimin also spoke on V Live in which he told his fans that he was very nervous at the event, and also mentioned the incident at Tiffany event. September 2, 2023 Google Trendings for Dior ambassadors at Lady Dior, result of comparing the Google Trends of Dior ambassadors who attended Lady Dior event last day showed and Jimin generated the most interest and the search volume for highest in most regions around the world. And this is the proof why we always call Jimin is the main event.